Hello, welcome back to Seal from the Heart, where creation is the process of the mind. My name is Tony, and in today's project, I'm going to show you how to make a paper product in which I was encouraged to make from Porsche Lady. And I will leave her description at the bottom. Now, there are a lot of her products that you cannot duplicate. I don't care how you tweak them, but on the website for this particular item, it was not indicated. So I'm going to go ahead and make it, and then I'll show you some other products in which I had made by viewing her website or her channel. And this is a box that you can use for school, work. Anyone can basically use it. You don't have to use it for anything in particular because it's the 3x3 note sheets from the Dollar Tree. This is the case that it comes in, and we're going to make this case, and you put these little booklets of the postage, which are the 3x3s from the Dollar Tree, inside of this little case in here. So without further ado, I'm going to show you exactly how I made this, and then you can put some little embellishments on the front in which I made those paper flowers as well, and just use some jams to put in the inside. So I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to tell you the materials you're going to need. I have some Gorilla Glue that I had put in the little bottle nozzle. You're going to need some form of tape. You can use the double-sided adhesive tape, or you can use your rolling tape. Whatever you choose to use to make this paper product is up to you. Then we have, for the base, we're going to need these measurements here. Oh, let me show you the paper that I decided to get. This paper I purchased is the premium stack from Amazon, and these are the colors in which they come in there. I love this gold color, so I'm going to be using some of those. And in this particular one, I'm going to be using this paper here, and it says, "This wonderful life is a beautiful adventure." So you'll need that in 5.5 by 12. Then you're going to need, for the base, you're going to need, this is chipboard, I'm sorry, you're going to need that as well. And that's 3.5 by 4 3/4, 3.5 by 2.5, and then you're going to need 3.5 by 1 3/4. For the lining and the inside, you're going to need a piece in which I'm using this beautiful polka dot one that is embellished on the outside with some gold film, and that's going to be 8 7/8 by 3 1/4. For the sides, you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard that measures 1 3/4 by 2 5/8. And I'm just using some scrap paper. I cannot remember exactly the size that you have to use for that, but I had some scraps that was around that actually fits these 2 chipboards, and that's what I'm going to use. For the book itself, you're going to need 2 pieces of chalkboard that measure 3.5 by 3.5. Then you're going to have a piece here that measures, I think I cut this down to like 6.5 by 8.5. And for the lining, I believe this was 3.5 by 3.5, but again, 6.5, I'm sorry. Again, you can go over to Porsche Lady's website, and she will give you all the measurements. I'm just trying to show you my particular project, as I am duplicating off of her, and I want to give her all the credit. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take our longest sheet here, which is the 5 by 12, and we're going to lay down our 3.5 by 4 3/4. I've already put tape on all of the chipboard that I needed, so I'm just going to peel the tape off. And I'm going to lay this right here on the side, leaving myself some room at the end and at the top and bottom. I'm going to lay that there. Then we want to take our next piece, which is 3.5 by 1 1/4, and we're going to lay that beside it. And we're going to leave some room as we lay that, about 1/8 of an inch, I believe, and we can just focus on that. And I'm going to lay this right here. And then we're going to take our 3.5 by 2.5 and lay that right beside it. And we again going to leave about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. Then we're going to take our bone folder and we're going to just smooth all of this down. And then we're going to fold our ends, all 4 ends in. Give it a nice little crease. I'm going to cut off some of this side here because that's too much paper to work with. And I'm going to use my finger blade. You can also use a rotary if you choose to. And then after you do that, you want to go ahead and miter cut your ends. Now after you do that, let me go ahead and just take some of this side off right here. Just a little bit. So I won't have that much paper to work with. And I'm going to cut this off just a little bit. Now once you get all of that cut off, you want to put your glue on here. I'm just going to fold this a little bit more to get my crease in there real good. You want to start putting your glue or your tape, whichever one you choose. I'm going to choose the glue. Then I'm going to put some glue around the ends. And I'm going to fold this over and get it nice and stuck. I'm going to use my paper towel because the glue is seeping out. Use my bone folder to just push it in a little bit. And we're going to go over to the other side. And we're going to do the same. Actually, I want to go to the other end. Fold that side in as well. Use my bone filler. Take the glue. Wipe it up with my tissue. Now I can go over to this side. Let me make this cut here a little bit more. Take off a little bit. And just put a generous amount of this glue here. And I'm going to fold this in. Use my bone folder. Spread the glue around. Go to the other side. And do the same here. Wipe the excess glue up. And I'm just going to go here. Since this had writing on it, I'm just going to kind of like put pressure on it from the back, and then you want to make sure that you have your creases nice and glued, or should I say your seams nice and glued, which is going to help you. Now we want to close this up just like this. We're going to put this to the side because we want to actually now work with the side pieces. And as I said, for exact measurement, you want to go ahead and go on Porch Lady's site, but I'm going to use these 2 pieces of paper. I put them at the top of each page, of each sheet, and this time I'm going to be using my glue to do that with. And I'm going to place it here in the center and just press down. And this is called chipboard. I don't know why I want to call it chalkboard. Nothing is chalk about it. Ding! My mouth is twisting. I apologize for that. And we're going to place this piece also in the center of this paper. We're going to go ahead and rub it down. We're going to fold this as well. This one as well. And then we're going to cut down this board. We're going to cut down this board here, and then we're going to cut out. And we're going to do the same over here. We're going to cut down. When we get to the bottom, then we're going to cut out. That way we can have the ends of it all secured. So we're going to go ahead and fold this up, and we're going to cut this off. I am anyway going to cut this off because we got the measurement already. And we're going to glue this together. And we're going to do the same here. We're going to come down and cut that. Get to the bottom. We're going to flare it out. We're going to go here to the next side, and we're going to cut it, and we're going to flare it out. Go ahead and do this one the same way. Oops. And cut off my ends here. Fold this over. Smooth it out. And then it's covered. We're going to go ahead and put the lining in here. I'm going to run some tape on this part. Go ahead and pull this off. apply some glue just on the edge of this liner. And I'm going to put this liner inside of here, face up. Use my bone folder to spread it out. Make sure the seams are all pressed in. And then we're going to go ahead and apply the glue to the open ends of the side of this chipboard. And I'm going to stick it right in here about 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's down. Press both sides together. Okay, that's saying to be stuck now. I'm going to do the same for the other side. And here is my little case. So I'm going to let this dry and we can go ahead and work on the book. Now I've already completed 2 books, which are right here with the 3x3 Post-it note in it. And we're just going to go ahead and do one. So in doing that, what we're going to need is our lining for that, which is, as I said, I believe it's 4.5 by 8, I believe. But you can get the correct measurements from Porch Lady. Get all the details from her. And I'm going to leave that about 1/2 inch from the side, the end. Place that down. I already have my tape on it, so I'm just removing the tape and then heating it to the front cover. And then I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch from the other one, or 3/4. I'm just eyeballing it. I think that's good enough. So then you fold over your ends, get your creases on all of your ends. Open that up. And we're going to minor cut the sides. Then we're going to go ahead and use our glue. Put this together. Take my bone folder and slide it across. Go to the other side. Let me minor cut this a little bit more. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put that up. my napkin, wipe across. The side folders. Folder over here. And this paper product is very interesting to me. I'm not as good as Porsche Lady, but I can get the job done, you know. But you really need to look at her site in order to get the correct measurements and everything from her, because she does a fantastic job in all of her products that she creates on her site. So here I'm going to put my black liner on, and I'm going to go ahead and put tape on the inside. I'm just going to use my scissors instead. Cut the tape off. I'm just going to use 3 pieces. Alrighty. Then we're going to take this liner here and we're going to put it right here on the inside, and we're going to smooth this in. It's in our crease here. Make sure everything is sticking well. We're going to take let's put a generous amount on here so it can stick. We're going to turn it over and we're going to put it right here, and we're going to press it up against the spine like so. And we're going to take the bone feeder, press on the back a little bit, and here we go. Everything is all clear. It's pressed up against the spine, and we've completed our 3rd book. So now this should be dry enough for us to put all of our books in here. Okay, it is now completed. This is the first one I did, and this is the second one. Now, of course, I would want to do another booklet like this because these are more smaller than the ones I got from Staples, but I think this is pretty neat. It's a neat little box that you can put on the desk and have you being very organized. So again, I said that I had some other items that I wanted to show you that I was encouraged to do by Porsche Lady. These are the 3 different postage boards or post-it notes within the casing. And you can go on her site again to get all the measurements. These are her paper purses that I had done. And as you open them up, it's done with chipboard. You see in the inside, you can take like your sanitizer and you can put that in here. You can take your alcohol and you can put that in here, and you can just close it up. Use your little snap, and you can carry it around with you. I made one in this style, and then I made one in this style. And then I had also made a notebook that has 2 line booklets in it, which is Post-it notes from the Dollar Tree with a book cover. And then here's a little journal that I made, and this has one of their notepads in it. Then I also made one of, let me move this to the side, I made several of these placemat bags, which I think is just marvelous. I love the way that they turn out. They are very sturdy. I put liners in there, and this is the second one I made, and I will be making many, many more. But if you want to know exactly how this was made, log on to Porsche Lady's channel, and she will give you all the instructions and the material that you need. Thanks for stopping in today. As always, you have a marvelous day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.